Hello, I'm SarahWille from the NICC in Brussels, and together with my co-authors, I'm glad to present the results of a drugs and driving case in which a driver used flubromazepam together with different stimulants. Now, in a classical Belgian drugs and driving procedure, we focus on drugs such as cannabis, cocaine, amphetamines, and heroin. However, we all know that new psychoactive substances are becoming increasingly more available worldwide, and so we have to keep an eye open for these compounds. Now, since 2014, designer benzodiazepines popped up, and this is also something we observe in Belgium, as indicated in this graph, which are data from the Belgian early warning system from 2020 and 2021 concerning the number of designer benzodiazepines. Now, when we focus on our case reports, and this was a driver that had caused a fatal accident, however, he survived, and we had oral fluid samples collected via an intercept from this driver, and also blood samples that were collected with various stabilizers. Now, concerning the sample delay, we know that the oral fluid sample was obtained about 2 hours and 25 minutes after the accident, while the blood samples were obtained 9 hours and 90 minutes after the accident. The blood samples were obtained in the hospital, the oral fluid sample on site by police. The method supplied was a time of flight and also various LC-MS methods. Now, in this table, you can see the results. And what we observe is that stimulants are easily detected in oral fluid. And this is, of course, due to the ion trapping, but also due to the fact that there's a less sample delay because the sample can be taken by non-medically trained staff. However, for flubromazepam, we can see that it is observed more easily in blood in comparison to oral fluid. And this is because benzodiazepines, the transfer from blood to oral fluid is known to be very difficult. Now, when we look into the effects, we can see that the combination of stimulants and flubromazepam has an enormous impact on the driving behavior. We can certainly observe disorientation in time and space, mental confusion, and also an unsteady walk, even 24 hours after the accident. So, in conclusion, we can say that the combination has an enormous impact on the driving availability, but also that we have distinct pros and cons of the different biological matrices that can be applied in a do-it context. And law enforcement as well as legislation makers should be aware of the difficulties in their current procedures and adapt to detect designer benzodiazepines and other MPSs.